Well, first here, right here, you can go to oscillators. ADX is here, or of course, it's going to be in here. The standard traditional ADX, if you want to learn that, is going to be in either of those two folders. And it looks like this average directional where it just went. And then you'll see the difference. This is a customized licensed indicator. So if you love the way this one looks and your eyes see it best, I'd highly recommend you staying with it. But if you're going to use traditional, then I'd probably go to the one that's installed automatically on MT4 just because it's less licensing, it's less weight for your computer. So let's start from the parameters, go to the beginning. Let's just set it up. Go to 10, mine is set at 10. And again, you can manipulate this the way that your eyes see best. I'm going to point you in a direction and then you get to decide where you want to stay. I make this white. Okay, I make that a little thicker too. 2 or 3, yeah. Now go to colors. I make the plus is a green, lime green. And I make it, again, thicker so I can see it. I'm not straining my eyes. You have to change this. Oh, no, it worked. Never mind. You knew what you were doing. You had it. Mouth ran.
And then this one here would be your other color.
Yeah, like I think it's me. There you go. Good enough. I definitely changed that to be a little thicker. Now go to levels. Add. So you can choose a lot of different options. I would choose for sure 20. The options are 20, 25, and 40. For simplicity, I would probably just put 25 for the moment being. And as you get more proficient, by all means, play around. But 25 is where we really want the momentum to be above 25, particularly when we're going against a trend, when we're looking for the reversal. When you're with the trend, above 20 is fine. The 40 is where we want the buyers and the sellers to be above. The 20 is we want the buyers and sellers to be above the 20. Hit OK. That's kind of what mine looks like, yeah?
Yes.
And I support either one. They're the same information, but it's going to come down to what your eyes see best. This custom indicator technically will do the same thing, but I wouldn't recommend having it on your chart unless you're using it special. If you're using it special, you need it. If you're not using it special, this is less weight on your computer. Yeah, you have a lot of options in the custom one.
Oh, okay. You can change it. That's when it first popped up for me. It was looking kind of much different. I had to do some adjustments to get it to display the way it is now. But let me see. I'm going to remove that there. And then.
Good.
All right. You said above 40 is buyer's condition, below 20 seller's condition.
The momentum line, right, as we're defining it, I am defining it as the strength of the move, okay? That white line, consider it your momentum, your strength. It's called momentum in this indicator. It's not actually momentum. If you look up the math that creates these lines, it definitely would be more strength related and not momentum. Needless to say, the white is the power behind, okay? So that's what you can remember it as. The purple is at the sellers, right? And the green is the buyers. So the negative DI and the positive DI. If you were to drop a currency strength indicator on here, it would look very comparable to a currency strength indicator because it's really just telling you who's in control, right? So what I would want to see is so not even looking at the chart. I'm not looking at the chart. I'm just looking down here. Is my momentum is now coming up, right? And my sellers are in control. So do your best to drop a crosshair right here where I put that big fat circle. Okay, so I would be looking, if I did not see the chart, I would be looking for this sell, short-term sell right there. Just only looking at the ADX, right? Not considering anything else, period. Same thing with over here. So we've got the buyers are now coming into control. We've got that perfect crossover and our momentum is high. Momentum is plenty high. Because it's so high at entry, we know a pullback is going to happen. So we know that, especially if the momentum is high, the strength is already high. But either way, I'd be looking for a buy right here. And then continuing to the left side. This crossover happens when there's less momentum, there's less power in this move. So you can tell, and again, looking up, sure, the momentum does get stronger, but when this first crossover happens, it happens a couple of times because when you're that low on the levels, it is a little bit slower typically. You're going to get some consolidation. Remember, all indicators lag by nature. But if used right, this can help you predict the future. That's the whole concept. So buyers are in control. They're staying in control. Even this right here is not telling us to sell. We are getting the crossover way below, and the sellers never come up to the 20 level. The sellers never come up. It's telling us we have a really strong trend until here. Not looking at the chart at all. And again, we don't really come up. This was a little bit of a fake out, sure, but we stay with the buyer. So this whole move all the way to what here? Again, not at all paying attention to the top. Now we'll look at the top. So that whole move, the ADX told us about. It's just a matter of learning to read it. So does that help a little bit?
That helped tremendously. Thank you so much for that.
You are welcome. You are welcome.